Riley Roo. Riley Roo. Hello. Don't mind our messy floor. There's stuffing from the toys. Ozzy, do your army crawl. I want to see your army crawl. There you go. Come on, Ozzy, bring me the toy. Come on. Bring me the toy. Yeah? What? Hey there, guys. It's Danielle, your Celestial Piper of Soldier of the Watch. So we're going to be doing an interesting video today, and it's all about how our pets can help us both mentally and physically, especially dealing with chronic illness like we do. So stay tuned. So guys, I was, on Google. I looked up the mood boosting power of pets. Really great article at www.helpguide.org. And I thought it was a very interesting article and I wanted to share it with you guys. I did several video recordings of me and none of them would load. So I'm having to do this over again, and that's the reason why you're just getting my voice. But I'm sure some of you don't mind not seeing my face. But if you've ever owned a pet, you already know how much fun and affection they can bring, right? But did you know that pets also come with some pretty wonderful mental and physical health benefits? Well, any of us that has a pet probably do know that. Dogs and cats in particular can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. They can also ease loneliness, encourage exercise and playfulness, and even improve your cardiovascular health. It also goes on to say that caring for an animal can help children grow up more secure and active. Pets also provide valuable companionship for older adults. Perhaps most importantly, though, a pet can add real joy and unconditional love to your life. So how pets can help you cope in depression, anxiety, and stress? Most pet owners are clear about the immediate joys that come with sharing their lives with a companion animal. Many of us remain unaware of the physical and mental health benefits that can also accompany the pleasure of snuggling up to a furry friend. Only recently that studies have begun to scientifically explore the benefits of the human-animal bond. So, pets, especially dogs and cats, or fur babies, that's like what I like to call them, have evolved to become acutely attuned to humans and our behavior and emotions. And I'm sure you've noticed that. I know I can say that for sure for dogs. I've only had 2 cats in my life, and I don't feel I have enough experience to speak of that in that department. But I know that some of you do have kitty cats, Nightblade. And he is a naughty kitty. Dogs, for example, are able to understand many of the words we use, but they're even better at interpreting our tone of voice, our body language, and even the gestures that we do. And like any good human friend, a loyal dog will look into your eyes to gauge your emotional state and try to understand what you're thinking and feeling, and to work out, of course, when the next walk or treat might be coming. I know my doggies do. So I know that we can definitely agree with that. How many of you have experienced where even your cat, because my cats have done it. When you're feeling really down in the dumps, maybe you lost a loved one, maybe you're just having a bad day, they just seem to know the right time to come over and lay their little heads on your hand, on your lap, and just look up at you with eyes of love, saying that they're there for you. Studies have found that pet owners are less likely to suffer from depression than those without pets. People with pets have lower blood pressure in stressful situations than those without pets. Even one study found that when people with borderline hypertension adopted dogs from a shelter, and I like how they put that in there, shelter, because we have many animals, cats, dogs, whatever, in shelters that need homes. So, their blood pressure actually declines significantly within 5 months. It's amazing. Playing with a dog or cat can elevate levels of serotonin and dopamine in your brain, and that can calm and relax you. Pet owners have lower triglyceride and cholesterol levels, I can't speak, indicators of heart disease than those without pets. I find that really interesting because that one I didn't know. Heart attacks, patients with pets survive longer than those without. Pet owners over age 65, they make 30% fewer visits to their doctors than those without pets. While people with pets often experience the greatest health benefits, a pet doesn't necessarily have to be a dog or a cat. Even watching fish in an aquarium can help reduce muscle tension and lower pulse rate. And that I can totally agree with, because we didn't have fish, and then a couple years ago we got my son some fish, one of them being a cichlid, and he ate the other two, including my little guy, who I named Houdini, because he was a good hider. Well, maybe Houdini wasn't a really good name to name him, because since Houdini died during a magic trick, but I digress. So, our cichlid finally croaked recently, and so we have an empty tank. But I told my husband I love the sound of the water filter that just goes on. So I may like to get some more fish because I find it really relaxing. And there you go. Studies have found. So one of the reasons of these therapeutic effects is that pets fulfill the basic human need for touch. Even hardened criminals, and I find this amazing, in prison show long-term changes in their behavior after interacting with pets, many of them experiencing mutual affection for the very first time. That just breaks my heart, but makes me happy at the same time. Stroking, hugging, or otherwise touching a loving animal can rapidly calm and soothe you when you're stressed or anxious. The companionship of a pet can also ease loneliness, and most dogs are a great stimulus for healthy exercise, which can substantially boost your mood and ease depression. So, how pets can help you make healthy lifestyle changes. Adopting a healthy lifestyle change plays an important role in easing symptoms of depression, anxiety, stress, bipolar disorder, and PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, if I'm correct. And a lot of our veterans suffer from that. But anybody can. A rape victim or even a car accident can cause PTSD. Caring for a pet can help you make healthy lifestyle changes by increasing exercise, so you can take your dog for a walk, hike, or run. They're fun, and they're rewarding ways to fit healthy daily exercise into your schedule. Studies have shown that dog owners are far more likely to meet their daily exercise requirements, and exercising every day is also great for the animal. It will deepen the connection between you, which makes sense. I mean, how many of you have watched Caesar? And he usually is taking the dog that's supposed to be this bad dog, and I don't think there's bad dogs. Majority of the time, it's bad owners. And he usually will take them out for a walk, exercise them, especially high energy animals. They need that exercise. But meanwhile, you're creating a bond between you and your animal. It's something that they'll look forward to when you set a routine. And animals, like children, love routines. So what it does, like I was saying with Caesar, it eradicates most behavior problem in dogs. And it keeps your pet fit and healthy, which is very important, especially with larger breeds, with hip dysplasia, knee issues, things like that. If they're overweight, it's going to cause more aggravation on things that could be congenital and arthritis and things. Now, my Gracie, she is going to be 10 next month. And she's got arthritis, as some of you guys know, in her left leg. And so I can't exercise her like I used to. She's getting old. So, of course, go by the way your animal is, just like you would go by yourself. For those of us that suffer with fibromyalgia, because I can use that as an example because I deal with it, we know that we have to pace ourselves. We know that if we're having a bad day, it's okay to say, not today. Okay, but we also know that exercise, yoga, meditation, whatever it is, taking a walk, definitely helps us. So just moderation. Think of how your pet is doing physically as well. If they can only go up to the corner for a walk, well, that is a bonding time that your pet is going to be loving you for. Providing companionship. Companionship can help prevent illness, and it even adds years to your life, while isolation and loneliness can trigger symptoms of depression. I mean, that's obvious. Caring for a live animal can help make you feel needed, wanted. It takes the focus away from your problems, which I truly believe if we put too much focus on us, on our problems, on all the negative that's happening, we're inviting that negative in. So anything that can distract us from that, I find to be a very positive, enlightening thing. So don't feed that beast. So, if you live alone, this will especially help you having that companionship with an animal. I don't know about you, but I love talking to dogs. I can have a conversation with mine. And and that's what it says here. It says most dog and cat owners talk to their pets. And some even use them to work through their troubles. I know I have. How about you? And nothing beats loneliness like coming home to a wagging tail or a purring cat. It's just so wonderful, the unconditional love that they give you, that you could have had a bad morning with them, yelling at them because they weren't listening to you to come inside or whatever. But do you think that wonderful animal, that fur baby, remembers it? No, because they live in the moment. And they have true unconditional love. We can learn so much from them. And they help you meet new people. Pets can be a great social, they use the word lubricant for their owners, but helping you start and maintain new friendships. I know that I made a really good friend at the dog park. His name's Mike. Well, actually, I met him through real estate school. And yes, I went to real estate school. But he had 3 dogs of his own. And we had 2 at the time. Then we had 3 later. And we would meet him up at the dog park with our guys. And it was awesome. So dog owners frequently stop and they talk to each other on walks, hikes, and dog park, like I said. Dog owners also meet new people in pet stores, clubs, and training classes. I mean, how many times do you have people come up and they pet your dog or you pet their dog and you start talking about them? So reducing anxiety, the companionship of an animal can offer comfort. It helps ease anxiety. It builds self-confidence for people who are anxious about going out into the world. Think of people with agoraphobia. And so because the pets live in the moment, they don't worry about what happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow. They can help you become more mindful and appreciate the joy of the present. Plus, they need to be let out. They need to be exercised, stuff like that. That's going to help give you that gentle push to be able to get out the door. Adding structure and routine to your day. So you heard me earlier speak about how animals love routine, just like children love routine. Many pets, especially dogs, require regular feeding. They require exercise and a schedule. So having a consistent routine keeps an animal balanced and calm. Have you ever noticed that if, like we do, we give them a little bone after they come in from their morning outside thing, relieving themselves. But they're so used to it, they'll come right up waiting for that biscuit. So there you go. They know it. So, and they love it. They love it. They love it. They love it. So this routine actually helps you as well, because sometimes when we have too much chaos, everything's just so organized, and having that routine can definitely help you both mentally and physically. And no matter your mood, depressed, anxious, stressed, whatever it is, one plaintive look from your pet, and you'll have to get out of bed to feed, exercise, and care for them. So none of those days where you're so depressed you can't even leave your bed, because you got a gentle, little, sweet, loving creature depending on you. Providing sensory stress relief. So just the touch and movement are two healthy ways to quickly manage stress. So stroking a dog, cat, or other animal can lower blood pressure and help you quickly feel calmer and less stress. So remember that serotonin and dopamine that's released in your brain just from petting your animal, your dog, your cat. Even getting a dog to lose weight. Numerous studies have linked dog ownership to weight loss. There was a 1-year-long study that found that walking an overweight dog helped both the animal and their owner lose weight. Researchers found that the dogs provided support in similar ways to human exercise buddy, but with greater consistency and without any negative influence. Public housing residents who walk therapy dogs for up to 20 minutes 5 days a week, they lost an average of 14.4 pounds in a year without changing their diets. A third study found that people with a dog walk 30 minutes more per week than they did before. There is more in this article. There's stuff about health benefits of pets for older adults, how it helps with Alzheimer's disease or dementia. I'll make sure I have the link down below. It even shows health benefits for children and children with learning disorders and other challenges. It talks about the commitment that comes with owning a pet. And I hate saying owning because they're part of my family, so owning sounds like an object when it is a beautiful, precious life. And it even tells you how to find the perfect pet. And it goes into purebred versus mixed breed dogs, shelter and rescue animals, which I'm a huge advocate for. Even though I have purebred dogs, I think getting an animal from the shelter, you're not just helping yourself, but you're making a huge difference in this precious lives. It tells you to avoid puppies sold in pet stores or on the internet. Alternatives to pet ownership, so I'll go over that. If you don't have the time, money, or stamina to own a pet full time, there are still ways you can experience the health benefits of being around animals. Even short periods spent with a dog or a cat can benefit both you and the animal. So it goes on to say that you could walk your neighbor's dog. Maybe your friend has pets that you can take care of, maybe you can do a house sitting thing where you can take care of somebody's pets. This one is one that I've done with people that I worked with, and we volunteered at an animal shelter. where we help stock food, feed the pets, walk the dogs, clean out their cages, just socializing them, which can help them be adopted. There's also programs where you can temporarily foster a dog or a cat, and that helps socialize them to find them a good home as well. They can even, I hate the words used for it, but it's running a pet, where if you're not sure if it's going to be good for you, you can take them in for a little while and, eventually adopt them if it's going to be the right move for you. And in turn, they're getting socialized. There's a variety of different organizations that offer specially trained therapy dogs and cats to visit children's hospitals, assisted living facilities, nursing homes, hospice programs, shelters, and schools. And during these visits, people are invited to pet and stroke the animals, which can improve mood and reduce stress and anxiety. So I thought this was an amazing article. They really got into a lot of details of just how wonderful being a pet owner or having fur babies is, and just how well they are for your health. So I hope you guys enjoyed this today. I love you all, and I would love to hear what you think about it and your experience with that if you are a fur baby parent. So go ahead and leave some comments down below. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Be blessed. Shine your light before men so they can see your good deeds and know it comes from our Father Creator in heaven. All right, guys. Much love, much light, and blessings to you all. Peace out. This is Danielle, your Celestial Piper, a Soldier of the Watch. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click on that as well. And don't forget that bell. That way you're notified of new videos. You can find me on Facebook as Celestial Piper. And you can also find me on Instagram as Celestial Divine Design. Love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.